Imagine a healthy forest thriving for thousands of years, suddenly overwhelmed by a new plant or animal that seems to come out of nowhere. Within decades, native species vanish, and the entire ecosystem collapses. This isn't a sci-fi plot. It's the reality of invasive species, which have contributed to 60% of all documented plant and animal extinctions. How can ecosystems, shaped by millions of years of evolution, crumble so quickly when invaders arrive? Everything is a system. In this grade 11 lesson, we'll explore the interconnected dynamics that give invasive species their competitive edge, and why native ecosystems struggle to adapt to these powerful intruders. Dr. Anya Sharma, a research ecologist at the National Invasion Dynamics Center, explains that invasive species often succeed due to a fundamental competitive asymmetry. This means they have an unfair advantage. A key concept is the enemy release hypothesis. In their new environment, invaders often escape the natural predators, parasites, and diseases that kept their populations in check back home. This allows them to allocate more energy to growth and reproduction. Native species, however, are still dealing with their natural enemies and aren't equipped to handle this new, unchecked competitor. We'll see how this creates a rapid invasion dynamic, pushing ecosystems past critical tipping points. To understand this competitive edge, we need to look at 6 key components. Our external input is the invasive species introduction rate, how often new invaders arrive through human activity. Once here, their invasive population growth rate is an internal output, reflecting how quickly they reproduce. These then impact 3 more internal outputs: resource availability, native species competitive fitness, and the overall native biodiversity index. Finally, the ultimate internal output is ecosystem function integrity, representing the health of the entire system. Let's trace these connections. A higher invasive species introduction rate has a positive relationship with invasive population growth rate, as more introductions increase the chance of successful establishment. As the invasive population grows, it has a negative relationship with resource availability, consuming or monopolizing food, water, and space. When resource availability declines, it has a positive relationship with other invasive species. Native species competitive fitness, meaning native species struggle more to survive and reproduce. This reduced native species competitive fitness then has a positive relationship with a declining native biodiversity index, as populations shrink and local extinctions occur. Finally, a lower native biodiversity index has a positive relationship with a degraded ecosystem function integrity, since fewer species mean fewer essential ecological roles are being fulfilled. Build your invasive species model to explore these interactions. What if we could drastically reduce the invasive species introduction rate? Or what if we could enhance native species competitive fitness through targeted management? Simulate these scenarios to understand the tipping points for ecosystem collapse. Understanding these systems opens doors to critical careers. Conservation biologists, earning $55,000 to $110,000 a year, study biodiversity and develop strategies to protect ecosystems from threats like invasive species. Invasion ecologists, specializing in detection and management, can earn $60,000 to $125,000 annually at research universities and environmental agencies. Everything is a system. Model it, build it, simulate it, understand it. Visit ModelIt K12.com.